Now you see me? Now you don't.
Grant? You want to tell me what's going on here?
So I'm getting ready to put a body mount relocation kit on. With that, like the customer's wanting to fit 35s. Clearance with the factory body mount, it doesn't really, you can't do that. And with the body mount chop, it only gives you like roughly an inch of clearance.
So they make a kit for that?
Yep, and it gets the body mount completely behind the firewall. If you look on the other side, you can see that it's nowhere near.
Who makes the kit?
All Pro Off-Road.
Nice. Well, you're doing a great job, Grant. Robalicious.
Yeah. I am looking over Black Widow. We just got back from Sand Hollow, and this was its first big trip. So we're just kind of going through a few things. Found a few little issues.
So I saw you had the hub apart earlier, and that didn't...
I did, yeah. I thought maybe the hub was something's going on with the hub. When the locker's engaged, turning left, it's something's binding up and popping real bad. But I think at this point, I think it's probably the locker. So waiting on Fusion to tell me what they want to do. If they want me to tear into it and see what's going on, or what. So I'm sure that's what we'll do.
Yeah.
But just want to get confirmation before I do it.
Yeah, I mean, it's a brand new locker.
Yeah,
Fusion put together.
Yeah,
So.
Yep. So we're having a little bit of maybe a fuel pressure issue. So I'm gonna hook a fuel pressure gauge up to it and see if I can figure out what's going on there. Hopefully we can sort that little issue out. But other than that, I think the only other real issue is the PRP seats. Got a little scuff on it that customers are a little concerned about, which I would be too. So waiting on them to get an answer as to whether they're going to recover it or send us another one or what. But yeah, so just kind of maintenance stuff today.
Gotta get the cake. Okay, this ain't what you used to. Always with the new. This ain't what you used to. I do me, do you? I do me, do you? This ain't what you used to. This ain't what you used to. This ain't what you used to. This ain't what you used to.
Okay, I know what you're thinking. Yes, this is Roxanne, okay? Yes, it has a B-pillar chop. Yes, it now has an aluminum roof. What had happened was I recorded all of this on the old camera, which is 1080p, and it looked like crap. So it never got put up on YouTube, but I'm gonna insert some little sprinklets right now.
Okay, Grant. Dude, these are sweet. Hold on. Hold up. Oh, yeah, baby. Oh my gosh. My favorite part is if you just look at the door handles and their location, and look at those and their location, and then come back over here and look at these and their location, they're level. It's satisfying to the eyeballs, you know what I'm saying, to your peepers to look at them. Nothing. Apparently they got a new guy at Motobuilt, and he thought 1 grit sandpaper was fine to sand these down with.
Make sure to keep it flat.
Holy, Katie, do something with your life.
You're welcome, Lane.
That has to look so cool going down the road. This looks good.
Yeah, step on the roof.
Come my way.
Does it work?
Yeah. We're going deep in. No, I'm just kidding. We're going to the body shop to get this color fixed, and then those doors paint matched.
Oh,
So Grant did the B-pillar chop. It got painted, so it's detachable, okay? And it clamps onto the cage up top there. And there's moto-built half doors, which aren't here, but just trust me, this thing looks dope when it's all put together. But anyways, we're back on Roxanne today. As you can tell, there's some major components missing, and they're over there. What engine is this? What engine is this?
It is the
LX?
It's an LT1, but it's a little bit modified, and they're calling it the LX3. So it works a little bit more like an LS3 because they've changed out the intake, changed it to.
Is it port injection?
It is no longer port injection.
Oh, it is direct
Or
injection.
it is port injection. It's no longer direct injection. So we don't have to change up any of the fuel system on the JKs with this setup. Similar to LS3, but a lot more power.
And you said it's what, a 6.6 liter?
Yeah.
Talk to me about what's going on back here.
Part of the bruiser conversion kit, we have an 8 HP 70 transmission. This is a 8-speed transmission. Lot stouter than the factory JK transmission. This comes as part of the kit, as well as everything to get it working with the rest of the vehicle. Super seamless. Back here, we're doing a Atlas 4-speed, the twin stick. Huge upgrade compared to the stock transfer case.
Sometimes they say huge.
While we're doing everything else, you might as well throw a big T case behind it too.
Yeah. And this is getting drivetrain, right? Axles and stuff too?
Yes.
Yes? Okay.
So
I couldn't remember if it was this or another one.
yeah. After I get my portion done, body sit back down. It's going to go up to the fab shop. They're working on the axles right now up there, getting all their brackets and stuff planned out. So it's going to go up there, get the 1-tons, 42s.
Yeah.
Yeah, going big.
So the reason the Jeep is already torn apart is because Alfred, took it apart while we were in Sand Hollow, Moab. And so this is what I come back to. I was like, oh, I'm not going to be able to film it, but it's fine. You guys get the idea.
Yeah.
So, I mean, is there any complications so far? I mean, how's Bruiser treating you?
Well, we might have gotten a few parts that were early production for them, and we weren't supposed to get. They do have all the things, all the kinks basically worked out with these kits. We're going to be doing another kit here shortly. That one is supposed to be 100%. So we've had a little bit of setback on this one. Nobody's fault. It was just wrong kit was sent out. But it's all taken care of, and we're moving forward.
Yeah, it looks like you're making some progress on it. Sweet! Hey, Lane.
What's up?
What you doing?
Play with Hondas today.
Honda boy. Ding, 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 ding.
2-inch lift all the way around with fuel wheels and I think Netto tires. Doing the lift wheels tires on her.
Is it a Passport?
Yep. All-wheel drive.
And we're putting lift wheels and tires on it. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. We'll take your soccer mom, turn into a soccer bro. Let's go.
You want to be the cool mom? We can do it.
Yeah, cool moms only. Unless this is a guy, then no shame.
Actually, I think it is a guy.
Some days you just don't know what the shop's gonna throw at you. One day it's 6.6 liter, and then next day it's a Passport. Same day.
Now you see me? Now you don't. Tell me you drive down dirt roads without telling me you drive down dirt roads.
That's that fine dust. That's that get you in your eyeballs dust. Oh! So what do we got here? Some
Camber.
heart-shaped Kevin Spaceys. Let's go, baby. Oh, it slides up in there?
Yeah.
Ooh.
So this will bolt in to the factory location. This will bolt down to that. and then this bolts onto the factory strut.
One piece of metal?
No,
No,
it's
there's
two.
two. Oh.
Yeah.
Well, see, this is oblong like that, right?
Oh, so maybe.
Right?
Huh. You got
It's
me.
got 2 and 1. Open that up.
Oh. So that bolts into one of these.
Yeah, because there's 2 bolts back here and then 1 up front. And you're rotating the strut 180 degrees to make clearance for the hardware.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
That's exactly what that is. Cameraman is smart, boy.
Freaking genius.
You would have figured it out in 0.72 seconds. It's okay. Robalicious. What are you doing?
Oh, just making big messes. Cameras had smellers on them. You'd smell all the fuel on me. So we had some fueling issues. The way I had routed the fuel, I was trying to vent it through the evap solenoid. Anyway, dumb idea, don't do it. And so anyway, I've rerouted some things so that we're not doing that anymore. What the problem was is when it had a really full tank of fuel, it was sloshing out of the rollover valves and sucking it up into the evap solenoid, which was then pushing it into the intake and flooding it out, and it would die randomly. So I think I've cured that. So now I'm gonna go put some fuel in it and rock it around and try to make it do it again. I don't think it will, but just to verify it's fixed.
Let me just climb up in here. Super easy. Oh, I do not fit on this side.
You can scoot the seat back.
He scoots. Oh my gosh.
Way up.
Oh my god.
No fuel came out of it that time. Yeah.
Yeah, so before, the purge would have fuel in it because it was sucking up fuel from the tank. So we relocated where that goes in. No more fuel in the intake manifold.
No more flooding. Open up the dip cover and verify some things on the front locker.
Did you get a hold of Fusion?
Yeah. And then sounds like we're going to wind up putting a locker in it. So they were kind enough to give us the option to go, if we didn't want to go back with Eaton, because I have had so many issues with the Eatons lately, we could go with an ARB. So we may end up doing that. We'll kind of get the customer's opinion on that before we go just jumping into it. So
is it electric or air?
Right now it's electric. If we go to air, obviously we won't have this issue anymore. Eaton's had a lot of issues lately. We've talked to Eaton about it at Easter Jeep Safari. They know there's an issue, but they don't have a solution yet, so that's where we're at. Get back to work. What's wrong?
Fight. Okay, Grant. Okay. Yeah, so that freaking just removes that whole chunk. You can put 40s on this dude now. How'd that go?
Wasn't bad.
I mean, it's just cutting and then welding, so.
The hardest part was
what you're here for.
Getting to the bolt on the inside.
Bolt on the inside? Oh. You have to go in through the cab to get that?
You have to like pull out 3 plastic pieces, rip the carpet back.
They're way back in the cow, bro.
Yeah. You need little baby hands.
Follow this line. At least they give you a little access hole.
Yeah, a little.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I gotta get my head and everything else in there.
Take the hood off.
That adds insult to injury.
popping, dog? You look like a superstar.
For real.
What are you working on?
So we've got this 2016 Jeep Wrangler Sport Unlimited. It came in for a host of issues. It came in with death wobble. And that's one of the things we do a lot, is fix death wobble almost every day. We had a couple issues with the HD steering that got put on months and months ago. It didn't get serviced like it should have, so the joints were all loose. One of the track bar bushings had worn out, and what was it? The pinion angles were wrong. Somebody had put a lift springs on it and shocks, and that's it. So fixed a couple of those issues with that. Well, when we did notice that, you know, we do our inspection over everything. Noticed that the power steering box was leaking, or power steering pump was leaking, and the gearbox had quite a bit of play in the shaft. So recommended that. It's got axle seals leaking, front axle seals leaking, rear axle seals leaking. So started pulling all that stuff apart and noticed that the rear spider gears are chewed up. And for some reason, that's a common issue I've noticed the past couple of years on JKs, even low mileage JKs. This is the actual carrier that's in the rear differential of this Jeep. And I'm not sure, you got a flashlight, if you can tell or not, but the teeth are supposed to look like this. They're not supposed to be that worn, but they're supposed to be teeth shaped. And then the other ones look like this. Looks like somebody's been eating too much candy and not brushing their teeth. I'm looking at you, kid. So, yep, they're all chewed up, and then there's quite a bit of play. This is actually called the track lock. It's got a traction locker in it from the factory, and we're not supposed to have that much play. There's quite a bit of play in the discs that are inside the housing. But yeah, that's not good. And all this metal that's missing from these teeth ended up in the rear end. This is one of the retainer collars for one of the axle shafts, and it's not supposed to look like that. It's not supposed to be rough. It's supposed to be smooth like the inside.
Holy cow! Yeah.
Yeah. So what happened was one of those pieces of teeth off here had got caught up in between the housing and this retainer, and just stonewashed it. That's why I saved it as pretty. But not supposed to look like that. It's supposed to be smooth. So that was my first indication, because I usually, when I pull axle shafts, I don't pull the cover and don't really need to inspect the gears. But after seeing that, I went, yeah, I better pull the gears out. So found that. You can go back with a factory traction locker, except they're back ordered forever through Mopar, and they're really expensive. Our fix to that is going to what's called a DuraGrip locker, and that's made by Yukon Gear and Axle, and it's so pretty, isn't it? Nice pretty springs. It's got a traction pack in it similar to the factory, but it's spring loaded, and it only delivers traction when you need it. So it's not quite like a electric locker or even a mechanical locker. This is just a limited slip. So, but yeah, they're so pretty. They do a good job of these, and these are a fraction of the cost of an OEM replacement. So we like to do that, and you can get the S warranty, and this thing will be warranted forever. So that's what we like about that. But yeah, I've just been seeing a lot more of these chewed up spider gears, and all years of Wrangler. I mean, it's mostly the JKs. We've seen a few TJs and LJs and Cherokees. Mostly JKs. Not sure what's going on, other than this thing hadn't been serviced in a while. Fluid was very black, very smelly, and of course there was a lot of metal in it. Once one tooth starts to chip, they're all going to start chipping. So my solution to this is to make sure you do your service intervals on your diffs. If you're ever in water, make sure you drain the fluid, inspect the gears for rust. Milky fluid is a big indication that there's water in the system. These do not like water. They're all metal.
So did this damage like your ring and pinion at all?
It did not damage the ring and pinion. Luckily, the ring and pinion metal is stronger than the spider gears, so the ring and pinion act like a mouth, and it just started chewing it up, chewing those bigger pieces and the littler pieces and the littler pieces, and then it's just dust, metal dust at that point. But yeah, as long as you take care of your rear end, it'll take care of you.
So which one of these is better for traction?
This one's definitely better for traction. It's just slight upgrade from the OEM. I mean, if you really want to get some traction, I'd go with what's on the other side of the box. I'd go with the Grizzly or a zip locker. This is the Grizzly is a mechanical locker. That means they've been making them for years and years. Detroit makes them. Eaton makes them. This is Yukon's version of it. It seems to be better. This is what Rob runs in Spider Pig. He's got 2 Grizzly lockers in it. The zip locker is a air actuated or pneumatic actuated locker. That would be like the ARB. ARB is the one that made, don't quote me on this, I'm not an ARB person, but I'm pretty sure they made the first air lockers. So, and that requires air compressor, air lines, fittings, valves to get it down to the lowest PSI it can. But yeah, this is definitely a good option. Not as good as you can get with a Grizzly or an Eaton electrical locker, but it's still a little bit better than factory.
So I mean, what tire size would you recommend, like your max tire size with something like that?
With a Duragrip, I'd say probably max tire size. Now this is my own opinion. Don't take this to heart, but I'd say probably 35s, 37s. I wouldn't go any bigger than that with actually a true locker. I mean, if you're a mall crawler, sure, you can do it open diff if you want, but if you want to actually go out and play on the rocks like we do, I would definitely say go with a Grizzly or an Eaton or an ARB, your choice. My personal favorite's an electric because I know when I flip the switch, it's on. Flip the switch, it's off. Airlines have a tendency to break, ask Mike. Or get melted by the exhaust. Or ripped out by the control arm, a couple of times. Rob loves his Grizzlies because he doesn't have to do anything. It's the gas pedal. And it locks up. So, yep. And you see how he drives. Yep. And then we've got the only thing I got left. So I got alignment and a few little small piddly things, and we're gonna put a soft top on it that she bought. It should be pretty dope. It's one of those best top, real fancy glass window tops. So get her back to the customer.
Sweet. Thanks, sir.
Thanks, sir. Appreciate it.
Boom. Alright guys, so a lot happened over the weekend. We did some housekeeping, some early spring cleaning, and the shop looks different. This is where Burger used to live, okay, in the fab shop. That is now Al. Roxanne. Grant and Rob are in the same spot, so they didn't move. This is now Indy, where Al used to live. This is where Burger's at now, where Lane used to live. And Lane is where Indy used to be, and Clark is still over here. So this is that Jeep Indy was working on with the Duragrip locker, or limited slip. And then this is the top he just put on it. Now we got this best top, it's got the sliding glass, the rear glass. What's up, Big Daddy?
Oh, nice, you.
What you doing?
Putting the kick plates on this Volvo.
Kick plates, so you can kick them, and they're plated.
It's got the bumper and skid plates put on.
Ooh, I'll be the judge of that. Ooh. So everything was rattle canned before because the customer had a race, so I had to get quickly. So he brought it back to us, took everything off, sent it off the powder coat. Now everything's powder coated. What, are we making any more stuff for it?
Not at this point in time. We do got lights to put on. Gonna get little 4-inch circles. They're gonna be rigid, and they're gonna be ambers on the bottom, and then 3 6-inches on the top, and they're gonna be white.
Ooh, I guess I did pretty good at a rally race, so customer's happy with it. I'm happy with it.
He just wanted smaller tires. That's
He
all
does.
he said.
Yeah, he wants smaller tires. I guess it's doing the whole on bumps. What are you working on?
I'm working on a
I think it's a 23 4Runner. It has like 20 or 30 miles on it.
Oh, it's brand new.
Yeah, he bought it and then brought it to us.
Oh, okay. And I see a bumper.
There's an Icon suspension with SBC uppers.
Oh, nice.
The ridges that we added. Also getting...
It's a great tire.
Let me loosen my arm out. It's also getting some rigid 360s to match the worn winch that we installed.
Oh, nice. Oh, and it has like the controller relocate.
Yep. And then it has you clock the handle so you can still get to it and everything. Factory fog lights back in also. The factory adaptive cruise, relocating the factory camera. Nice. ARB thinks about it all.
Yeah, this thing's ready for the Outback. Yeah, this guy has double-digit miles on it, and customer picked it up. He's like, "Here you go." Yeah, see, paper tag.
There are grill lights in it too, kind of hidden in there.
Oh, I see them. They fit in with the holes in the grill. With the lip protector on the bumper going. Okay. I like it. Respect. Picasso.
Until we get some more PSC parts in.
What's left?
So as far as the PSC goes, I'm waiting on a couple fittings for the feed line from the reservoir to the pump, and then we're getting PSC's brand new JK. Or I don't think it's JK specific, but they have a brand new cooler that's coming out. And that's as far as getting everything plumbed. Past that, it's just wiring some of the aftermarket stuff over to the battery. Like the fan controller, that's new. It's really just getting wiring tied up for the most part at this point.
What are you working on the inside?
Right now on the inside, there's a few plugs inside that get hooked together. So with the new Challenger shifter, I have one cable drop that I need to route through the console over there. We have a gateway module that does some communication with the factory computer that I have to plug in, and then just like the OBD2 connectors and throttle pedal and stuff like that. But this weird like later year of JK before they went to the 3.6, but they had the later interior. So I have to go off like the late instructions versus the actual 07 to 11 instructions.
Gotcha, because this is that weird year where it had the 3.8, but it had the newer JK interior.
Yeah. So I'm just determining how everything's supposed to sit in there, and
Gotcha.
so really close.
Cool. So you think next video it's gonna run?
Yeah.
I'm gonna hold you to it.
Depends on when you take the next video.
It's getting close, is what you're saying.
No, I want to say it's Wednesday now. I think it's not unrealistic to have it running this week, unless I run into something that's unforeseen. But I don't think there will be.
Yeah, or you get pulled off of it to do something else, and
I don't know. They've been pretty solid about keeping me on it because we have to do a couple things on the LS Scout, and we're holding off on it until I'm done with this one. So
gotcha. Where's everybody? Hey!
I was just wondering that myself.
Woo-hoo! Squaw!
We have come to the realization that caca and tookie do not work.
What are you working on?
I am replacing the front axle in this F-250.
What's wrong with the axle that's in it?
The joint for the track bar, someone installed it incorrectly. And so this is This is no good. This actually moves around in here.
So you have to replace the whole axle
Yes,
because of that.
because of that.
Wow.
Yeah, whoever did it did not do a good job. You can see where their cups were cutting into it. They actually had it coming in sideways and wallered this out. So I got a brand new housing over there. So therefore I've got to strip this one down, take all the guts out of this one, and put it in the new housing.
Woo! Oh, you weren't kidding by new. New. It's that Kid Cudi.
And then I'm putting new rear leaf springs on it and new rear blocks to level it out because it's kind of got a little bit of a Cali lean to it. Not Carolina squat. It's Cali lean.
Gotcha. Well, you have fun with this. I'm gonna go find everybody else.
Yeah, everyone went over to the JT that was getting gears that they was working on, and then off into the wind they went.
Inday! Lane! Hey! Oh, they're not in there. What are you doing?
Oh man, I am living the good life.
How you liking your new area?
It's huge.
Huge?
Huge.
What are you doing with this?
First of all, we're doing icon coilovers front and rear. Ooh. Resi coilovers, yeah.
Resis?
Yeah.
Does that hose go to Narnia, or is there something back there? Oh.
Bing.
Hello.
Yeah. Pretty.
Fancy.
Yep. And then we had a little shipping mishap on the front, so they should be here tomorrow. I really want some for my Jeep.
Not at the Roxbury, you know what I'm saying? Is that what you got going on here?
Yeah. Really want some, but I just gotta ignore my mall crawler heart. Yeah, they would tear up in a minute.
It would look cool if we did some night wheeling and I was out videotaping y'all.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man, they're really cool. Yeah, so we're doing Oracle wheel lights. I'm doing an 8-pack of Oracle RGB rock lights as well on this 14 Expedition. Yeah. We're got the wheels sent off to powder coat. We're gonna repowder coat the wheels satin black, glossy black, one of those blacks. I'm not sure which one. Other than that, yeah, it should be pretty simple. I mean, I'm also fixing the step motors. Customer has an issue with the factory step motors that are. I think that's it. Yeah, you know, OA alignment. Oh, 33s. We're doing 33s on too. So.
Which tires? Some Ridges? Dirt Commanders?
No, I hope not. No, Baja Boss. We're doing MTs.
Okay.
Yeah.
MT's on the Expedition.
Oh yeah, then we got the Delta upper control arm, adjustable, and yeah, I think that's it. Pretty simple kit. It should be very nice. Yeah. Perfect.
Fire in the hole. Dude, the cam in it is that big around. Very nice. That's what I'm talking about.
Sounds healthy.
Yeah.
Now what?
Put the wheels on it. Get it out of here.
Needs more fluid in it.
Take it to Moab.
Do it. Cool. All right. Grant's on you to get the axles in it.
Boy!